It's been a week or so since Hurricane Laura made landfall, and now we have a much better idea of the damage. And it's not really being reported very well or very widely, but the damage is truly devastating. I think there's just so many other news stories going on, and this storm. One of the major stories of the storm is it hit a very sparsely populated area, with the exception of Lake Charles, a city of about 80,000. The rest of the devastation occurred in sparsely populated towns in coastal Louisiana and Texas. So we're not getting the reporting we would be getting if the storm had hit a heavily populated area. That's also true with the total damage assessment. If this storm had hit, a Houston or a Galveston, Texas, the damage would be 10 or 100 times greater. Right now, the assessments are all over the place. I've seen 700 million. I've seen 8 billion. We don't know exactly right now, but it's definitely much lower than we would see if the storm had hit a heavily populated area. A couple of other things. The first thing that I wanted to say is that the warnings were very strong, and the evacuation warning with the storm surge was extremely forceful. And so a lot of people did evacuate, which countless lives must have been saved because of those strong warnings about the 20-foot storm surge extending 40 miles inland. A lot of people must have been very scared and must have evacuated because they heeded those warnings, which is a really good thing. The second thing that I want to say is that most of the fatalities, there weren't a large number of fatalities. I think it was a dozen or so, but most of those fatalities occurred after the storm as a result of carbon monoxide poisoning from faulty generators or not non-precise generator use, so people didn't use the generators right, and so this is sadly what happened, and this is actually true for many storms. Many of the fatalities occur after the storm. This is definitely true with Hurricane Katrina, which we'll be talking a lot about later on in the course. All right, so there's a summary from Hurricane Laura. There are several other systems that are active right now, and I'll be reporting on those in days to come.